Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Bible Studies with Brooks. Today, we're going to be reading about the parable of the lost sheep. Parables are just stories that parallel or are metaphors for our lives. Starting at Luke 15, verse 1. It says, "Now the tax collectors and sinners were all gathering around to hear Jesus. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, 'This man welcomes sinners and eats with them.' Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, 'Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep.' I tell you that in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need not to repent." There's a lot to unpack. First is that Jesus welcomes sinners and eats with them. Jesus is showing them love and truth because obviously Jesus first eats with them, talks with them, becomes friends with them. But he doesn't just say, "Oh yeah, your sin is fine." No, a lot of those sinners end up repenting. But that starts from a place of love. Obviously, the Pharisees and teachers of the law kind of just did the opposite of this. They just kind of threw truth at sinners. Which yes, truth is very important, but people don't accept it unless it's coming from a place of love. Let's keep in mind that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And remember that God is love, and if Jesus is God, then Jesus is also love, which means that Jesus is truth and love. Pretty crazy, right? Alright, now let's talk about the parable side of this. We have all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And when that happens, when we sin, we're like the little sheep and we wander away from the flock. We wander away from the shepherd's care. Jesus is the good shepherd who lays down his life for his flock. But anyways, when we wander away from Jesus, he doesn't just watch us leave and let us go. No, he comes and he finds us. And when he finds us, he's not screaming at us, he's not angry. He joyfully puts us on his shoulders and goes home. And he says, "Hey guys, look, I got my lost sheep back." And that's when we repent. And it says, in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over just one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need not to repent. Think about a time when you repented, when you went astray and Jesus found you. Heaven was rejoicing over you. Jesus leaves the 99 to get the one. And you only fully understand it and really appreciate it when you at one time were that one and Jesus left the 99 to go get you. And don't get me wrong, when you're part of the 99, you should also be rejoicing with Jesus that you got that lost sheep back. It's not oh, well, Jesus is paying all attention to them. You'll be happy with them and you'll be rejoicing that they came back to the family of God. Jesus is so good. When you get lost in your sin, Jesus will find you. Bye, y'all.